Hello, it's Sammy from the East Hertfordshire Family Centre Service, and let's have a think about sensory play. So sensory play is literally any activity which stimulates your baby's five senses. So we've got touch, taste, smell, sight and sound. It seems quite simple when we put it like that, and I bet you're already immersing your baby in sensory activities without even knowing it. It doesn't have to be all colours and noisy toys or special songs. You don't have to sit your baby in a tub of baked beans or buy anything special for them to have sensory experiences. There are literally hundreds of ways that you can help your baby to explore their senses and just get a better understanding of the world around them, their place within it, and of course grow those little brains, building all up those connections up with their different experiences. So we're going to have a little look at a few ideas that can boost your baby's sensory experiences as they grow. Really quite simple things that you'll be able to put together at home or do when you're out and about, just to be a little bit more mindful about those sorts of activities that you can put in place to boost their sensory experience. So sight can be one that we actually play with a lot with our babies. At the very beginning of your baby's life, their eyesight is quite limited. They've got their view is from your arms to your face, so they don't have that much of a viewpoint at that stage, and their vision can be quite blurry. So the contrasts are really striking to babies at this point. So that's why you see a lot of black and white resources. So I've got a black and white book here, which is really great for starting to stimulate your baby's sight and interest as well in books and stories, and really does give your baby a sensory stimulating activity that helps the brain and the eyesight to develop. Now, you don't have to have a special book to do that. If you do want to do some black and white resources, you can in fact just take a piece of white paper and a black marker pen and draw your own. So you can draw large, bold patterns, big swirls, checkerboards, and you can draw big smiley face. Really simple but bold patterns is what works best here. So have a go and see how it goes. So we're going to explore sound. So I've got a plastic bottle here, but you could use anything that as a container that you can put a lid on and you can seal. So even just a little pot, those ones with the little clippy sides are really quite good, but these are great as well. So you can just collect a drinks bottle if that's the sort of thing that you have. And with this, you can pop anything in there really that's going to make a sound, and you can make a series of them so that your baby can explore the different ways different things sound and the different sounds they can make. So I have got here some pasta, but you can collect gravel, twigs, and bits from outside if that works for you, or your dried pasta or rice. As long as it's a clean container, you can still use it and cook it later for dinner as well. So we're just going to pop those bits of pasta in our bottle, seal it all up, so it's only a couple of pieces. Seal it all up, and that makes a fairly fun sound, and it's really fun to explore that. And obviously, if you've put it in and you can swap it out, you can pop different things in there as well at different times and change the way in which things sound in there. So it's a really fun activity that you can do with your baby to explore sound. So with smell, that's a little bit more tricky to put activities together, but actually, how about exploring your local park or a woodland area, a green area near your home, and going out to there and being mindful of the smells around you. Take your baby out of the buggy or out of the sling so that they can smell the flowers, the freshly cut grass, or even like a damp stick has a specific smell, doesn't it? Or even the dirt has a smell. So getting some dirt in your hand and just smelling it. By you showing your baby how to do it, your baby will start to learn that actually these things have a scent, they have a smell, and there's something about them that interests my parents. So maybe I should be interested in this too, and I would go and explore it. And they'll soon be picking up those dirty leaves and just giving them a good sniff and seeing what these different smells around them in the world are like. It's great to just expose your baby to all these things. Let's have a little think about touch. So touch is actually the first sense that a baby develops within the womb, and it's such an important sense for your babies to really get to know the world around them. You must know that, you know, your baby often will pick things up, they'll put it in their mouths, they'll want to feel things, they'll want to explore things using their hands, and you can help them to develop this by creating something like a treasure basket. So I've got a treasure basket here. So a treasure basket is really a small basket that your baby can reach into. So if your baby's sitting up, they can sit next to it, or you can explore it with them and have them on your lap, or within tummy time as well. You can explore some of these things together. So things that I've got is lots of things with different textures. So rough piece of material, some different bath bits and pieces. Brushes are really great. They've got lots of different texture to them for your baby to feel. But even things that are smooth and things that they can find that are rough, a nice piece of bark, and just all different things that have a slightly interesting feel to them, something a little bit different to maybe what they do feel every day. So just have a little wander around your house. If you've got a little basket, great. It doesn't have to be a wooden one. You can just use a plastic bowl if you want to, and it doesn't have to be large. It can be quite small, and you can swap the things out and just change up what different things your baby can feel and touch and learn about. And so our last one is taste. So except perhaps for the taste of their own hands, the breast or bottle, or maybe the end of a muslin, your baby's taste experience beyond that, before 6 months, is quite limited. However, after 6 months, you can give your baby a range of different taste experiences that really awaken those senses. I know I joked about putting your baby in a bath of beans, but actually using food in taste play can encourage some babies to try things that they may have been more reluctant to eat when they were sat down for a meal. So you can absolutely take the foods that you have been offering during meal times or new foods and use them within a sensory play experience, so your baby can pick them up and taste them within their play. And that can encourage them, one, for self-feeding, and two, for trying new things. So it's really good fun. And then they also get the touch element of the play, so they're feeling how that food feels. Imagine sitting in a tub with some spaghetti in there, just a handful of spaghetti cooked up, and just running that through your fingers, seeing how it feels, tasting it, smelling it. It is a really super sensory experience. So this is obviously for those babies that are over 6 months. Babies that are under 6 months, like I say, the taste experiences are going to be much more limited. With every activity, it is really important to stay with your baby to make sure that they are happy and that they are safe. It's particularly important to be vigilant when exploring items which are not intended for baby playtime, like for example some of the things that we may have found in our basket, like a pumice stone, etc. Some things may break up into smaller pieces, so staying with your baby can be really important. But enjoy it, explore your baby's senses and have a lot of fun.